in today's lecture, I'm going to be taking you through how to set up an online course. I'm just looking quickly at my notes. Everything we're doing, we're going to set up the school, the course, the curriculum, the pricing, the tagging when a student joins, the automations, the landing pages, including the sales landing page, and I'm going to do it super quickly. And some of the things you'll want to take more time over, but I sort of thought if we did it like as much as we could within an hour, you can see that you can get it's really achievable to do a short course, put it up. The other thing I want to show you is how to change the school landing page so that it's the course sign up page. You don't need the other pages at the moment. You just need somewhere for people to come in and sign in and get going. Later on when you've got more courses, we'll go to that as well. So yeah, let me just check. We are currently streaming on a number of platforms. Hi Facebook, I can see you're there. Periscope, Twitter, looks like it's still working even though they said they were going to turn it off. Hi to LinkedIn, and YouTube's came in a bit late, but yes, we're live on YouTube as well. So if you haven't met me before, I'm a social media expert that primarily works with government, Southeast Asian governments and the Australian government. I'm also quite passionate about edusocial and edumarketing, which is rather than doing entertaining things and competitions and just stuff you see on social media all the time from brands and corporates and other organizations, I'm quite big on having an educational voice in this space, using the power of the brand to educate the people, like accountancy packages, teaching accountants how to do accountancy, I guess, that kind of thing, edumarketing. I'm a Cert 4 qualified teacher, meaning I can train government at university level. In fact, I taught at university for 14, 15 years. And also, that's enough. You can read my bio. All right, let's get going. So the first thing I'm going to do is I just want to flip to my school so that you can see quickly what I've done. Now, this is a full school. It's got branding, it's got different products and services and things like that. I'm not suggesting that we do that today. What I'm suggesting we do is we get something quick and simple up and running. Right, so if I go to now the tool that I'm using is called New Zenler. Let me put myself up in the top right. I could make my background vanish, but whatever. When I go up into the top right, you should be able to see here on the left hand side that we've got under courses, all the courses. We can create a bundle, we can put courses into categories like beginners or advanced or Italian language, Spanish language, whatever, assignments, coupons, this is where you put your coupons in, instructors, students and reviews. I'll just quickly show you, I do have no, actually, that's fine. We'll keep going. All right. So the first thing I'm going to suggest that you do when you go into your school, the 3 things you need to do before you get to the stage we're going to do today. One is to go to instructors. I really don't like the way Zenler does this. Really, it opens new ones up all the time. I don't need that. We go to site admin or instructor, and then you edit with the pen and you fill in your bio, and this is going to show up on your landing pages if you choose the bio block. So you can drag a block in called bio and it will have your photo and your details and things like that on it. So that's what I do there. I had trouble this morning remembering where it was. I don't know why. It's where I would put it. The second thing we need to do, number 2, is go into the video library and upload all your videos before we get to the part where we're actually setting up the course. So in this section, I'm assuming that your course is already ready to go. You've got your post-it notes where you've put all the lectures and the sections together. You've got some videos created, some video content or PowerPoint or whatever. And if you have videos, you've already uploaded them. It just makes it the next section easier. Right. So let's create a course. I go to courses on the menu. If you're not using New Zenler, I've used New Kajabi, I've used Teachable, I've used Udemy, I've used all of them. They're really, really similar. And I click on create new course. Now I've got about 60 courses. So the course that I'm creating today is something that I would suggest that you think about doing. I'm going to call it my template course, the one that I can duplicate to get up and running, because I teach at a competency level, which is a requirement, education department requirement. I have to have very structured curriculums. So it's easier just for me just to create a template course and then duplicate it. So that's what I'm doing today. So when I click on create a course, I can see you guys all chatting in the forum, but there you go. Now, course title, you want to do topic, modifier, and then audience, sorry. And so an actual course title for me, let me just make sure this is large enough for you, because I know some of you are watching on your iPhones. Not that's going to work very well for you, but you can always bookmark this and watch it later on a real big screen. Topic, modifier, audience. So you could do crochet, and then the modifier for beginners, and then the audience, modifier would be crochet. What do people crochet? Crochet tablecloths. That's the modifier. Tablecloths for beginners. Or crochet hats for children's course on how to crochet hats, whatever. But you can see there's the topic. The modifier is the little thing that's different between each one. Like if you're teaching crochet, then there's hats and jumpers. And then the audience, be specific. This is for professionals, or this is for small business, or this is for stay-at-home mums. Our course subtitle, I always put in aspiration. So because it's a template course, I'm going to do what I need to do, which is topic, modifier, audience. This course is on blah, blah, blah at this level for this audience. Aspiration or aims. We call them aims in our certificates. And then in the course summary, I put in learning style. So you might say 6 video lectures and homework. I don't know. Learning style with learning outcomes. And learning outcomes is very specific in training. It means at the end of this course, you will be able to create an online course, I suppose, market an online course to a specific audience, whatever, with learning outcomes. And I'll put here dot points. That's just my reminder. You don't write that. You actually write out, hey, you'll be learning from 6 videos and you'll have homework. And at the end of this short free course, you'll be able to do X, Y, and Z. So that's what you'll be doing. So we click create a course. If you've got more than one course, you're going to have to be very clear in here what the differences are between them. And then the second section we're in is curriculum. So if you use my post-it method to create sections and lectures and different color post-it notes, and then take a photo of it, you'll be able to fill in this really quickly. So the first section is always going to be, for me, welcome and introduction with prereqs. Prerequisites are what you need to know before you start. And people are nervous about this, so you need to say it. So save changes, and then under each one of these, we create a lesson. And if you've already uploaded the videos to the videos section, just making sure you can see. Yeah, you can. I'm going to go down the bottom left again. I don't like it up there. Goodness me, what have I done there? made it way too small. There we go. If you've already uploaded the videos to the videos section, when you click on video, you can go to your video library. And I've got like 260 videos in there. I've got a lot of courses. And so I can choose the video and it will display in the lecture. That's why I suggested that you upload them first. Take a tip from me. I started off by calling them video 1, video 2, video 3. Really not helpful. You can at least go in and find the video that you want and embed it. An embed code will allow you to go to YouTube, and on YouTube there's a section to embed code, or Instagram TV, or wherever you've got the video. Or you can put up audio, you can put up a PowerPoint presentation, upload a PDF, text. Custom code I use for things like RSS feeds or anything I want to manually embed. Downloads that they need to download, workbooks, homework, worksheets, cheat sheets, that kind of thing. And I think that if I go to... I'm going to leave the rest. Leave it. You'll get the idea. So my first lesson is going to be called Prerequisites. And I will actually put up a video and talk them through what the prerequisites are. But then again, mine are corporate courses where they have to be prepared. I can enable that as a free preview because, I want everybody to see it. If they don't like the prerequisites, they shouldn't be doing the course with me. I can set it as a draft, set it as compulsory. Enabling the discussion. This is not community, the forum. This is more like YouTube and turning comments on and off. So think about that when you're doing it. And then I'd also have the introduction section. I'd have a contact me section, all the things that they're going to be thinking of before they actually start the course. Then add another section with getting started, and then the next section is the middle section of the course, and then the next section of the course. The last section is learning pathways. So that's usually called something like where to from here. And you can have them contact you to do private sessions. You can have them contact you to stop fighting you two. This is a lecture, not a tutorial, okay? Where to from here, I'm going to click Save Changes, add a lesson, and I could say I could do a video invitation and say, if you would like me to walk you through some of these aspects one-on-one in a private session, you can book me, and then the details how to book you and all that kind of stuff. So that's our course up and running. And what I don't want you to do is to create something bigger than Ben-Hur for your first course. And let me be clear here. A lot of people have lots of information to give. Lots of trainers want to give all their information. This lecture is really for you to get up and running a really quick course. 5 or 6 really short videos, about 5 to 6 minutes each. Unless you're doing lecture style, which is what I do, which is 1 hour, but they're very specific for a particular kind of an audience. And just be aware of that, okay? You don't want to do 200 lessons. I've got courses with that, but they didn't come on day one. I needed to get something up and running. So we've got the curriculum up, we've got the course up, and obviously that's going to take you longer to fill in, but maybe you've already got the courseware somewhere else. I did, because I taught all these courses in the real world before I put them online. The next thing you want to do is go to pricing. And I'm not actually setting up the pricing yet, but when you get here, it'll ask you to add a plan, and then it's so annoying. It then says you can't add the plan, even though you've gone in and set everything up, because you haven't connected PayPal and Stripe. Sorry, I was meant to show you that on the screen. So when you go to courses and then you click pricing, we'll do pages in a moment. You have to have pricing before pages. I don't know why the menus are in this order, because without pricing, your pages don't have a price on them. So then you have to go do pricing, then you have to go back to pages. So I'm just trying to save you some time, and me. So when you add a new plan, you'll do all this stuff, and then it'll say, you don't have PayPal set up. So you need to set up PayPal and Stripe. Be aware, lots of people like PayPal in the West because they're used to it because of eBay. eBay owns PayPal, PayPal owns eBay, whatever way around it is. Stripe is required for subscriptions because PayPal until recently didn't allow, New Zenler couldn't organise to do subscriptions. Some services had subscriptions, some didn't. Those rules and regulations changed with PayPal in November. Was it November? December last year. About 12 weeks ago. And my understanding is that New Zenler has said that they're working on integrating the API. So we will be able to do subscriptions with PayPal. Either way, I connected both of them. I do want to warn you with Stripe. How am I going to put this? Let me just go back to dashboard again. Oh, sorry. I've got lots of different schools and I'm get all confused with different things. When I'm in the site and then I go to integrations, this is where you can connect your Stripe and your PayPal. So I would recommend that you do that quick sticks because it's going to take you a little while to get up and running and get things sorted. So anyway, let's go into this course. I'm just going to change this around because I'm not happy with it. I want to call it the template course. Right. So I've gone to courses. I've got my course up. I've got my course kind of up and running. The curriculum's done. And I filled in this section. I also need to add an image, which is one of the reasons I wanted to come here quickly. So it needs to be 860 by 480. I go to Crello. And in Crello, I create a new design in the top left, 860 by 480, and just use one of the text templates on the bottom left-hand side. We're going 1:18. Am I on time? A minute or two behind. Okay. And I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to choose this one. It's the exact size that I need because I set that up in Crello. Crello's like Canva. If you prefer Canva, use Canva. So my template course now has a logo. And the categories could be whatever you want. Crocheting could be under arts, it could be under crafts, it could be under beginners, it could be under advanced. You can create whatever categories you want, and that allows people to sort advanced classes or in Italian or whatever languages and different things you're using. Making this course featured, we're only doing one course, so it doesn't matter. Make the course price hidden, no, because we're going to go live with a price today. Make the course secret, no. And enable a certificate for this course. Neil asked me about this. A quick and easy way to enable certificates is to go to click enable certificates and then scroll through and choose a color or a style that you like. I like the classic gold and we're good. Show course progress between sessions, update. So the course details are done, the curriculum's done. I now need to go into the pricing. So I showed you where the integrations were. Add new plan. Free courses, you'll get, this is the trade of email address for the course. So if you're doing a short 5 or 6 video course that are 5 minutes each, it's perfectly fine to make that one free. I personally don't. I don't have free courses. I don't want to fill my database up with people who don't pay. I'm perfectly happy for them to watch and see things online on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and wherever else I am, Twitter and so on. But my audience are also corporate. The free doesn't worry them. They're not going to be sold on a free course. They're going to be sold on a whole lot of other things. So it depends on your audience. One-time purchase is lifetime, which means the lifetime of the site. It doesn't mean your lifetime or their lifetime. It's the lifetime of the site. Not a lawyer. Get a lawyer to check it for you, but basically that's what it means. A subscription you can do monthly or annual, and then a payment plan is the one-time purchase, but they can pay over 6 months or 4 months. And you could have both. You could say $900 one-time purchase or 3 lots of $310. So they're paying a little bit more if they pay with a payment plan, but that might make it more realistic for them and more within their budget. So for my course, I'm going to add a subscription. Next. I'm going to choose Australian. And I'm going to say $99 a month. I don't have a setup fee on this course, but on some courses, it's possible that they pay me another $900 upfront for some Zoom prep sessions, and then they go into these sessions, which could be live streaming, community based, whatever it is I want to do. So the price name is monthly plan, $99. It says monthly, but you can do lots of different things. You don't have to be monthly. Pay me now? No, I better not write that. Pay as you go, cancel when you want. So if they want to cancel and go on holidays, they can, whatever. Enroll. I don't like buy, I like enroll. Trial days, bullet points, set availability. That's if you want to gate it and you want a start date, or they have to book in before next Thursday or something. That sort of thing. And then if you've got forums, you can add the forums in here. I'm not covering forums today. We're trying to get as much done in an hour that we can. I click finish. I hope this is making sense for you. Hi, Glenn. Now, upsells and cross-sells are on the thank you page. So once they've purchased, they're then told if they buy in the next 5 minutes, they can get the full course or something like that. But we're at the beginner level. We're getting a quick course up and running, a free course, a $10 course, something like that, up and running. So I'm not covering upsells at the moment. And order bumps are on the checkout page. It depends on your audience. I sometimes think that people have buyer's remorse before they finish their checkout when they see a bump, and then the money starts to build up and increase. So they're not paying $99 anymore, they're paying $250. And then they back out completely. I want them usually to finish off their purchase. All things to be thinking about once you've settled your pricing. You can change your pricing at any time. You can delete plans, all that kind of stuff. If you have multiple plans, actually let's do another plan. We've got time? 2 minutes maybe. I'll do another subscription plan. It doesn't go where I click it. There we go. And this one is going to be for $100 a month, and it's going to be private consult with monthly subscription. Helps if you spell things correctly. Description, yada, yada, yada. I just want to put the second one in because I would like you to see how the two prices work on the pricing page. Yep, finish. What did I click up there? Oh, add. I must have clicked the wrong thing. So now we can see two prices in our pricing page. Drip, not covering it. Drip doesn't work with, my students are adults who work in government and corporate, and they need to dig in, find the lecture, get the result they need immediately. So drip wouldn't work. They don't want to wait a month to solve a problem they have today. With undergraduates, I do drip because they have a schedule of lectures, tutorials, homework, essays, submissions, all kinds of things they have to do by particular dates. So I'm fine with doing drip. Drip just means the lecture gets released on a specific date. Right, so we've got pricing, curriculum, we've done our plans. Next thing is the pages. This one I can't spend too much time on. But the course has a page. Now, what I will say is that there are, and this gets confusing for people, and it kind of confused me for a little while as well. Courses have pages. In fact, I call them course landing pages. And one course landing page is the sales page. Once they've paid through the sales page, they're on the checkout page. And then they're on the thank you page. So they're specific to each course, which is one of the reasons why I wanted a template. However, the whole school, not just the course or each course, but the whole school also has pages. Let me go to those. Let me go to those right now. Giddy. I'm looking a bit washed out. What's happening? So I have a booking page. I have a subscribe and unsubscribe. I have notifications page. I have cookie policy page, support page, so people know how to contact me if they're having problems with payments or cancelling or something. The register page, the login page, the terms of use, so terms and conditions page, the privacy policy, and any other additional pages that I want to create. I call these floating pages. So these are pages that aren't attached to a course, and they're under site and under pages. But when you're actually in the course and you're sorting out the pages, these are connected to the course. So there's floating pages. Terms and conditions needs to belong to every single course. So you don't want to have to create it for every single course. So it doesn't sit under courses, it sits under site pages. Under courses pages, we've got a sales page. You know, I try and send people to my sales pages and they're like, I just want to talk to you on the phone, and then can you send me a proposal so our central finance office can pay on it? So what I do is I duplicate my sales page in an official proposal software that they have to sign, and they basically get the page with the signature on it. It's just how it works. So template was the course title. Do you remember we had to fill in the title? Then we had a subtitle, topic modifier and audience. I put my promotional video in here. They've got a YouTube. I would recommend that you put your promotional videos on YouTube so that they are discoverable, meaning that when people Google a course on beginners crocheting for children, that the YouTube video comes up and then the YouTube video leads them back to this landing page. So definitely put your video up on YouTube. The only time I don't, and I remove this and put another video block in, is if it's a private course for ministers of parliament and senators, or for CEOs and boards of director. So then I do a private video. I don't want it on YouTube. Enroll in course, course summary. I can edit these. The red ones are called elements, and the blue and green ones are called blocks. Is that right? I always get them confused. So if you're not familiar with creating these pages, it's very similar to WordPress's Gutenberg, or if you've used New Kajabi's blocks or any of those. But basically I can pick the block, and then I can add into it smaller blocks called elements. So let me just see what we do here. Oh, that one's the header block, is it? Let me just check. Settings. Right, yep. So can you see the little blue and white cog on the left? Sometimes the cog's over here, sometimes it's over here. Don't ask me, I don't know why. And I can change the background image so that it's not this desktop picture just by going to background image, searching my library, and then, I don't know, we'll just choose something that probably look bad. Yeah, it does, but never mind. And close this. Can you see why I want a template course? Let me just delete that block. I'll put the video in later on. I want to be able to remove that one. I'll make the title color white. That'll make it easier. Nope, won't make it easier. You can play around with the theming of these, and really this is going to take you hours, because you'll be like, I really want an apricot color with a peach background. Go for it. It's fine. I'm not going to do that today. But once I've set up my template course, I want the same block up here. That's my menu block. I want the same header block. I want the same buttons and the same color buttons. Oh, that was the third thing that I said that we needed to do. One was to do your instructor profile. One was to go into payment integration and set up PayPal and Stripe. And then the other one, by the way, we can't do taxes. It's really kind of annoying. Anyway, the other one is called branding. And this is where you'll set up all your colors and your logo and fav icon. If you don't know what a fav icon is, it's that tiny wee little icon there that sits up on the menus, so people see it on their tab and they recognize the branding. Thanks for showing the certificate, but you skipped the fun part of actually doing the SVG contents. Yes, that's way beyond a beginner's get a course up and running within an hour. Just so that you know, I've got chat coming through so that I can actually see what people are saying. So hi everybody out there, and thanks for all the love. And down here I can choose my font, and I choose my colors down here as well. So I've got standard colors on every page, and you want to do that particularly with your template course. So your curriculum's coming in here. This is a dynamic block. As you update the actual curriculum menu, more lectures will come in that are published. 133, need to move on. And there's that bio block that I was talking about. Course author. If you click on it, there are some settings, so you can change spacing. For some reason or the other, there's a huge amount of padding top and bottom with these blocks, and sometimes people have actually missed blocks because they thought they got to the bottom of the page and it wasn't. So I go in and I edit into minuses. You can do minus padding to get blocks closer together so it looks neater. And I can change the color here, alignment. Yeah, that'll do. Is it pretty? Not at the moment. I would need to do a whole hour on this. But, you know, if you're interested to know how it can look, this is the same sort of page, and I just drag a block on that's got a grey background, and then I drag a table on and I put in 2 thumbnails, and then I have a heading and a description, and then I put a link in, not actually to the payment page, but it's to the more information page. But for me, if they look at this and they go, I don't want to pay $160 a session, I'm fine with them moving on. It's fine. And really, you know, my audience won't think twice about this kind of thing, so that's all good. So more information, they can click on it, go in and have a look, go in and have a look. Have I actually done this one? Course summary, courses included, course pricing, blah, 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 blah. You know, I haven't really. So we've done the branding. We're setting up the pages. We're adding the elements in. When you look at blocks, I've not found a way of searching blocks, and all the other CMSs that I know of that use blocks, the Gutenbergs, you can actually go in here and see your frequently used ones, and you can search for a block like the biography block or the header block or whatever, but no, it's gone. Anyway, under contact, I can see a contact block, so I could click on this, drag it in, and then people can put their name, email address in and click submit. If you've watched my other video on creating funnels, I walk you through what to do when they click submit, how to automate receiving an email with their details, adding them a tag to them, sending them a drip, doing different things. So that's on the funnel video. We don't need to do that right now because we'll do that at the payment level anyway. In Elements, this is again is the smaller things. So this is things like, I want to put a heading in, not the big header, but just things you should know, prerequisites, or I want to put a form in, or I want to put a button in that says click here, or I want to put in a list, dot point list, icons, custom HTML. I put my WordPress RSS in as a custom HTML so that people can see my latest blog posts. That's one way to integrate the feature-rich WordPress with, a course, an online school service. When I click save the first time on a new course, it's going to ask me for SEO. So this is your meta description, your meta keywords, and then social image. That's your OG underscore media, OG underscore image, whatever, that Facebook displays. So when people share your course on Facebook, you want your image, your thingy image to come up. Did I upload an image? I can't remember if I did one. Oh yeah, I did. It's not showing up, probably because it's the wrong size. I don't know what size it should be. There's no image showing here. I need to find out what the size is and then upload it. And I'm sorry, I've kind of got used to some of the images having the sizing on them and then some of the fields don't. So, mea culpa. This is what you want to show up on Google search. And by the way, you can get here later on by going to the top right-hand corner. I just realized I was in the way for all of that. Sorry. Top right corner, SEO settings. That's where they are. And you can edit them at any stage. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is tracking codes. Is that right? No, it's not. We'll do tracking codes in a moment. So the two prices are here. Do you remember I said private consult with monthly subscription? And then I said a monthly plan. And then I wanted them to have an Enroll, and I put descriptions in or not put. You want to play with these a little bit so that they look kind of the same. This is annoying me. Let me go to preview. I got to clean that up, obviously. But down here, so it says course pricing. Look at the gap, honestly. I can change the background image. I like a stronger relief, maybe a pattern or a plain background. And then people will click on the buy now or the enroll button and they'll go through to the next page. So I want to take you back further. Yes. So we can get to the next page. I want you to know where they are. Otherwise it's tricky to find them. They're sort of, it's like a matrix. The framework is a matrix structure. You can get to the same point from different places. A matrix obviously being a training framework, not the movie. So the checkout page, there's the sales page, and it's giving me a little preview of the mess that I made of it. The checkout page, I click here. I add in my business name, my ACN or ABN business number. I don't know what it's called in your country. And I also like to add in things like tax. I need to add tax to this page. It's actually illegal in Australia for New Zealander to accept money without the tax details, a tax block on here. So if you go to, let me see, the cog, you can have checkout fields. And so I ask them for their first name, last name. And then on the ones that we're doing Zoom, I ask them for their phone number. If I require their address for tax purposes, for instance, when I'm working overseas and I have to pay overseas tax, then I'll turn address on as well and make it mandatory. I need to know where they're signing up from, because I don't know if you realize this, but lecturers pay tax on where the student is located. And by the way, if they're traveling and they're on holiday, it's where they're usually located, okay? So I'm in Australia. If they're in America, in Texas, I have to pay Texas tax and American taxes, okay, not Australian taxes. Well, I do have to pay Australian taxes, but that's beside the point. So I've set up those fields. And then, actually, I think I put the tax details in the pricing option. Even though that's kind of illegal, it needs to be in this area. The Australian Taxation Office says it needs to be on the invoicing section. Anyway, whatever. Maybe I can edit this block and add some tax information in there. I'm going to go to the bottom right. If you've set up coupons, you can redeem them there. 141. So these are the pages that you can edit: the sales page, the checkout page, the thank you page. And save that one. I'm not going to do that again. Then I want, I'd actually remove, I do a no follow and a remove for the checkout and the thank you page. I wouldn't have them, I wouldn't have Google, what do you call it? Botting them. The little robots.txt thing. Thank you. Course access page. So once they've signed up, these are things you need to think through. What are you going to add? What are you not going to add? But this is the course curriculum page. So this isn't the actual page where they learn things. You saw a preview of that in the curriculum section. This is the middle landing page, if you like. I try not to encourage people to use this one. I just want them to go directly to the curriculum. If they're not enrolled in the course, they should see the main landing page. And if they are enrolled in the course, then they need to get into the curriculum and do the work. Not 100% sure how this page is useful. If you know, let me know. I'd add the reviews block, which is under blocks. And I can't search for it, but it's somewhere in here is a reviews block. I'd add that to the main sales page and let people see the reviews there. What do you use this page for? What is it useful for? Maybe that's why it's not on the main one. Okay, next. Keep going. Just a reminder, go into site, pages, I already showed you, and edit the terms and conditions and some of the other pages there, particularly your refund policy and some other things. One block that I do intend to create in the template course and then just keep there is an FAQ, a frequently asked questions block, that when I duplicate each course, it'll be in there. Right, tracking pixels. So the last thing with these pages, any page you create at all, is you can add in the tracking codes. So your Google Analytics code, your Facebook tracking pixel, all of those. And I've got videos on the Facebook tracking pixel on my YouTube and my Facebook page if you're interested. And I think that's all. Let's return to site. We've got 15 minutes to do automation. Are we gonna make it? Probably not. Okay, so Students opens up a completely new window, tab that takes you back into your dashboard and gives you all those other options. You know, where the reports and all that stuff is. But we go to automation. And there's 3 different kinds of automations. So if I edit the automation rules, I can add a rule that when they enroll, I want to receive an email I want my assistant to receive an email, and I want the student to receive the onboarding drip sequence. Now, drip emails I'm fine with. They need to be fast. Like, I don't want to withhold how to enroll until week 3, but I'm fine with following up each week with a, have you done the homework? Have you done this? Have you done that? Don't forget your exams are in 4 weeks, or whatever it is. If we've done a gated drop date, like they had to start on 1st of May and they have to have the exam on the 16th of June, then on Enroll, on course complete, on lesson complete, there's all kinds of drips that you need to do. I'm waffling. We need to keep going. So on Enroll, I want to send a mail to my assistant and say, John Smith's just enrolled in XYZ course. I want to add a tag with the course name to the student, and also a tag that says add to email. And the reason for that is New Zenler does not currently automatically add students to the email list. So what you end up with is an empty email list and all these students that have signed up. I emailed them about it and they said, oh, just go into students and add them all. But that may not be what I want. So I'm going to use tags. The third tag that I use is, what's the third one I use? Oh, that's right. I want to add the tag, add a filter group. I want to add the tag, I want to add their coupon tag. Now, the last time I checked, I couldn't find the coupon. No, see, it's not there. And that's frustrating because I give specific coupons to specific companies. So Oracle coupon, Telstra coupon, whatever. And then that way I can track certain things. But you can do almost all of that. If you're using another third-party email program, you can do it there. Notify admin is another one. So when I click on Notify admin, new student in blah blah course, I can actually use template course. Mail subject template, new sub, high low, first name, last name, has enrolled in, course name, please call. Now, if the course is set up for an industry organisation or a corporation, which is what I do, I need to call the account manager or email them a list. So please add to industry organisation, name the industry organisation's student list. If they're doing accredited studies and they need points to stay accredited, then they need to know that they've enrolled and also that they've completed the course. The organisation does, industry organisation does. I'm getting a bit goofy. Rushing through this like a mad thing, trying to keep an eye on everything in shot as well. Still time to show automation and get a cup of tea before the hour is up. I wish. You realise, of course, that if I wasn't doing this, I'd be watching the rerun of Bridgerton, and that you guys are stopping me from doing that. So I want course access URL. I want the course sales. One's the dashboard. One's the dashboard. One's the actual course URL. Don't worry about it. Love from Lowell. P.S. Aren't you brilliant? So that's the email that will go through to the admin. And I want that to go to my admin my personal assistant, so they get the details of the new sign up. This is particularly important if they're buying the courses that have Zoom sessions included. I actually take my money elsewhere and don't use New Zenler for that, but I'm thinking of changing it around. So we'll see how that goes. One of the challenges has been with the subscription thing and also with the tax thing, because with government, they will definitely want to pay tax. So that's what the preview will look like. And I can also put in my email address here and send a test email to myself. Add a tag. So I can add a tag. Are you sure you want to leave this content with it? No, I'm not sure. I actually do want to save. Make this action live. Yes. So now the email's live. Yes, I said yes. Why is it doing this? Yes. This happens sometimes. New Zenler's in beta. Okay, it's been in beta for like quite a few years, but it happens from time to time. Don't worry about it. So that one's now live. I want to add a tag. I'm going to remove these because I couldn't find the coupon one. If you know how to add the coupon as a tag, please let me know because it is important. I want to add a tag and tag I don't know. Yeah, just tag. I always do it after 5 minutes. Oops. Because I like to give the program that's running in the background. God, I just can't think at the moment. And the tag is called template. Whatever the course is called, I'm going to tag it as that. And then click Save Changes. Apply to existing students, yes. So we have 2 live now. One is we're going to notify the admin. One is for the tag. And the other ones are on course completion. You may want to send them the certificate or send them a congratulations email on lesson complete. And I would select the specific lesson that when they've watched the prerequisites, I can send them an email 5 minutes later which says, if you're concerned about the prerequisites or feel like you don't meet them, please email me so I can assist you and help you through understanding more of what's required. I don't know. What other automations would you do? Gary Friedman, you volunteered to do this because you love your fans. No, I love Bridgerton more. But this is true. Thursdays, 1 p.m. Sydney time. This next lecture series, of which this is the first or second one I think, is on edusocial. The previous one was on social media for government, universities and colleges. The one before that was social media for government. And I do a series. So every week I'm building on what we've done the week before. So if you've done the funnels video, this is the follow-up. Next week, I'm walking you through my whole studio. And if you are not, let me just go back to this one. Camera. We go there, and then we go iPad. Nope, sorry, not iPad. We want to go there, and then we want to go there. We're going to walk through this setup. Whee! Wow, that looks rather weird. Are you feeling sick yet? So I've got a vision switcher. I've got a macro thingy. I've got monitor thingy, lights, a mixer. I don't know. What more would you want? I think it's all pretty good. I like it. Does it sound okay? Do you serve coffee and cake in your studio? You lot are being very funny today. So we need to so I'm just gonna block list. Yes, a studio tour, exactly. I don't know, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. So the automations are pretty basic. You know, what do you want to send them when they enroll? What do you want to send them on lesson completion? If there's a specific lesson like preparing for the exams or something, you want to send them a message. I can see that you're preparing for the exam. You know, do you need additional help or something? And on course completion. So we'll keep going. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preview the sales page as a visitor. And obviously yours is going to look much better because you've spent hours and hours choosing peach and apricot as your different options. And you've been putting up videos and photos and making it look all zhuzhy, getting some branding in place. I just want to repeat with the automation, because I feel like I didn't do that very well, that you want to send an automatic email to the students and you want to just welcome them, do onboarding. You also want to add tags so you can find them and add them to your email list later, because it's not automatically going to happen. And then you also, that's it. You add a tag and then later on you're going to add them to your email list. The sender webhook is, most of us on New Zenler use Pabbly because we get a lifetime deal, I believe, on Pabbly. If you're not using Pabbly, you might be using Zapier. And a webhook is simply an if this, then that. Zapier is monthly, and I think it's expensive for an if this, then that kind of get push sort of system. But basically, a webhook says, if they sign up for the course, send them to my MailChimp or send them to somewhere else. I think MailChimp's actually integrated into New Zenler, or send them to a spreadsheet or do other things. So we use webhooks quite a lot, but I'm not going to go into it in this part of the course. It's too much as it is. Live we can do in another session. Communities and forums we'll do in another session. Let me just get out of the way for a moment. Live, communities, email broadcasts. What was the last thing I wanted to do? Yes, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to publish the course. I'll unpublish it later. Why doesn't it want to publish? Fail to publish course. Publish course. So the course is now published to my site. Make sure you're happy with it. Publish it. Now, the next thing you're going to do, because you just set up your school and this is your first course, is you're going to go to Site and you're going to go to Home Pages. Yeah. And you're going to say that when people visit and they're not logged in, the page they'll see as their home page is the course homepage. And that means that they'll see that page, preview, sales page. I think I already brought this up once, but never mind. They'll see this page, which obviously will be finished, as their landing page. If you don't want to put prices up yet, delete the block. Remember we went to block and elements. Delete this block. You can add it in later. You just click and add. It all comes back in. And add in the contact form block. And then just put a note up here which says wait list, or ask to be told when it's live. You really want your school, and let me be clear because I see a lot of fiddle-faddling with this. And I did it too. I think I signed up and paid for a service one of my very first online schools. It must have been 13, 14 years ago. And I bought it. I was paying monthly, but I didn't actually put anything up at all for 6 months, 7 months. So what I really recommend you do is get that quick and easy curriculum up, those 5 or 6 lectures. Put a little price on, $10 or something. Don't do $1. I think that's disingenuous. If I have to give you my email address and my name and my credit card details for $1, it's not worth $1. Obviously, nothing's worth $1 because $1's nothing. $1, we just drop it on the street and don't bother picking it up. So put $10 in or something. But make this the landing page. Make this the landing page for your whole school, so that when they go to myschool.com, they'll see this. Later on, goodness me, home. Later on, you can do all your different products and services and all your courses, and you can have real life classes, and you can have buy books and book Zoom sessions and anything else that you want. But for day one, I strongly recommend that you use this quick setup. Now I need to recap, and we're 2 minutes over, so I need to do that quickly. I think I might have been a minute or two late starting. Before you start, you added all your videos. Let me just bring my notes over. You added all your videos to the video library, so they were up and running. You went to the site menu and set up your colors and your branding and your fonts. You went to the instructor section, site admin usually, maybe instructor, and you put your bio in and your photos and things like that. And the other one, which I've forgotten again. Anyway, you'll see it in the video. Then we went to the course menu, clicked create a course, uploaded a thumbnail, which we created on Crello or Canva. We did topic audience level, SEO keywords, and filled in, and then went to the curriculum and put the sections in. You need a welcoming section, then you need the different course sections, and then the bottom one is where to next, which could be your more advanced course that's coming out soon. Let me know if you want to sign up for it, put all that kind of stuff in there, or that they can Zoom with you, whatever. We went to pricing. No, first of all, we went to site integrations, add in your PayPal, add in your Stripe, and then you go back into the course, and because you've got the payment gateway set up, you can now put the prices in. You can do a free course, a monthly sub, payment plan, or a one-off payment. The next menu across, I'm not going to put these up because we need to do this fast, was the landing pages. So each course has 3 or 4 landing pages: sales page, a course checkout page, and a thank you page. Or you can go, and there's attached to that course, or you can go to site menu pages, and you can edit the terms and conditions page or create a different landing page, whatever you need. Sometimes for one course I have many landing pages, but it's actually to welcome conference attendees or a specific corporate that's bought a bundle. We looked at blocks and elements. So if you're familiar with Gutenberg, you'd be familiar with them. And I actually have to go into this template course because I need to fill in the actual blocks I need on my landing page. And I was going to give them to you, but it occurred to me that lots of people like salesy landing pages, whereas I have education landing pages. So mine have to follow like a university structure, which is aims, learning style, learning pathways, prerequisites, like the textbooks and stuff they have to buy. I have to do all that sort of stuff. So I don't think you'll need to do that. Mine's sort of super involved. And we looked also in the section of the pages, we added the tracking pixel in there. Google one, the Facebook ads one, Twitter one. You can add a LinkedIn tracking pixel. And then after we've done the pages and we've saved them all, we go into automation. We set up a student automation so that when the student signs up, the admin gets an email, the student gets an email, and then we can also set it up so that when they're on lecture number 3 or number 10 or whatever lecture, preparing for essays lecture, then they can also get an automated email from us as well, maybe wishing them luck. I don't know, what would be nice. They can also be tagged in the automation area. Don't forget to tag them as add to email list. And then when you've added them to the email list, which is another video in and of itself, remove that tag so that you're only tagging new students into your email list. And then the last thing we did was we went to the site menu, the homepage menu, and turned the homepage for the whole school into the course landing page, which you would have finished by then. Obviously, once you've got more than one course, you'll change that and you'll go to site pages and create a free roaming homepage. Look, if it doesn't work, every time it's not worked for my clients, it's because they haven't published the course yet. You can't actually go into site homepages and change the homepage to be the course landing page until the course is published. It's because it would be silly to have a homepage for your whole school for something that doesn't exist yet. There we go. Let me see what you guys are saying. You want a studio tour? Yay! Great lecture, Laurel. Thank you, Gary Hayes. Gary Friedman said, Gary said it, but I'll say it again. You come across so well. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Right, next Thursday, 1 p.m. Sydney time. Dun, dun, dun. I'm doing a studio tour that will be both the hardware and the software, including the straps, like these ones that I put up for my live streams or my recordings or whatever. Yes, I have Final Cut Pro and other tools for my online courses, but I'll actually focus on the free stuff that's built into Windows and into the Mac next week. Free software. One thing is not free. But that's okay. We might be able to find you a workaround. I hope you found this interesting. It's been asked so many times. And I think the reason why it's been asked is because I see a lot of courses that are what I call the lorem ipsum courses on course creation. And it's the technical stuff. So it's like how to create a course landing page. But it's not contextual. It just has lorem ipsum on there. It doesn't talk about how to title it, what specifically to do with the blocks. And then it doesn't talk about how the course landing page is different than the home landing page, which might be different than a different sales landing page. And so whenever I try to teach something, I want to make it contextual so you can see a narrative arc, step by step by step, what to do. And for this was the 10 steps that I typically would go through in setting up a quick school and a quick course that has the pricing in it. We can start taking money straight away, start taking bookings straight away, and it all works. I like New Zenler. It's got a long way to go. There's some stuff on there that's just a bit bizarre. That's for another day. But mostly it works for me. I do like the community and the forum feature, although it's very, very light on at the moment. Actually, I would have preferred that the community feature and the student's bio feature were both more fleshed out than, say, the blog. I think the blogs, most people are going to be using WordPress and will be staying with WordPress for a long time to come. But I do like New Zenler. But if you're using New Kajabi or Teachable or Udemy or any of the others, I've used all of those. we're in a much of a muchness territory here. Some of the university ones are a bit different, but then they have to be. They have to be because of the way universities structure both their nano courses and their higher ed courses. So there we go. I'm waffling. I'm not going to waffle anymore. Thanks, guys. Be good. And it's been lovely chatting with you. Yeah, see you. Bye. And I'll see you in next Thursday's lecture. Thank you.